Why does English, a Germanic language, use so many Latin roots? Imagine a language that started with simple words like house and man, but now includes words like construct, biology, and reconstruct. How did that happen? Well, English is a mix of many language influences, and Latin plays a big role in that story. English comes from the Germanic tribes called the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, who settled in Britain around the 5th century. Their language formed the core of Old English, which gave us basic words and grammar. Think of words like eat, man, and house. These are all Germanic roots that still exist today. But Latin entered the picture in several important ways. First, when Christianity spread to Britain around the 6th and 7th centuries, Latin became the language of the church and learning. Religious terms, educational words, and legal language all came from Latin. For example, words like bishop, priest, and justice have Latin roots. Then came the Norman conquest in the year 1066. The Normans spoke Old French, which was heavily influenced by Latin. When they took control of England, French became the language of government, law, and art. This introduced many Latin-derived words into English, especially in formal settings. Words like government, court, and art entered English through French. Later, during the Renaissance, from the 1500s to the 1700s, English scholars borrowed Latin and Greek roots directly to name new ideas in science, medicine, and technology. They used Latin prefixes and suffixes to create words like biology, reconstruct, and telephone. This was a way to keep up with new discoveries and inventions. Because of all these influences, English vocabulary is a blend. Its basic structure and everyday words come from the Germanic roots, but many of the more formal, scientific, and technical words are Latin-based. In fact, only about a quarter of English words come directly from Germanic origins. The rest are Latin or borrowed through French. From a word formation point of view, Latin roots are very flexible. They serve as a base for creating new words by adding prefixes like re or sub and suffixes like tien or able. This makes it easier to expand the language quickly. So when you see a word like construct, it comes from Latin roots, but the core of the word is Germanic. It's like a language built on layers, each layer adding new words and ideas over time. That's why English, a Germanic language, uses so many Latin roots. It's a story of history, conquest, religion, and science all woven into the words we speak today.